Hi everyone, I welcome you all for today's lecture. Today we are discussing about human health and diseases. In this chapter, we will learn about common diseases in humans and immunity, AIDS, cancer, drug and alcohol abuse. Let us first understand what is health. Health simply means that lack of disease or being physically fit. Health can be defined as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well being. This means the physical wellness relates to physical fitness, that is, maintaining healthy diet and engaging in regular physical activities. Mental well being focuses on emotions, involves having positive outlook on life, managing stress, and developing strong coping mechanism. And social well-being involves maintaining healthy social interactions. Health can be affected by various factors. They are genetic disorders, infections, and lifestyles. Genetic disorder is a condition caused by the changes in the individual's genetic material, that is DNA, which can be passed from parents to the child. Infection is the entry of microorganisms and its multiplication in the human body, causing a harmful reaction. And by the lifestyle, our health is affected, like including food and water we take, exercise which give to our body, the habits that we have or lack, and also the drug and alcohol also affect our health adversely. Then how do we maintain a good health? By maintaining a balanced diet, personal hygiene, and regular exercise, and proper disposal of waste, control of vector, and maintenance of hygiene in food and water resources are necessary for achieving a good health. When do we say that we have a disease? When the functioning of one or more organs like lungs, kidney, liver, or organ system like digestive system, respiratory system, excretory system of the body are adversely affected and which are characterized by the appearance of various symptoms, we say that we are not healthy, that is, we have a disease. Diseases can be broadly grouped into two types. They are infectious diseases and non infectious diseases. Infectious diseases are easily transmitted from one person to another. AIDS is one such example. Non infectious diseases are not easily transmitted from one person to another. The example for non infectious disease is cancer. Bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa, helminths are the disease causing organisms, and these disease causing organisms are called pathogens. The bacteria are single celled organisms which are classified as prokaryotes, which means their cells do not contain nucleus and other membrane bound cell organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus. Virus is a acellular organism, that means they do not have a cellular structure. They cannot carry out life processes independently and require a host for its replication. Fungi are are the eukaryotic organisms. That means their cells have a nucleus and membrane bound organelles, and it includes yeast, molds, and mushrooms. Protozoa are the single celled eukaryotic microorganisms belonging to the kingdom Protista. Helminths are multicellular parasitic worms belonging to the animal kingdom. Now we will move on to the common diseases in humans. There are different diseases in humans like typhoid, pneumonia, common cold, malaria, amoebiasis or amoebic dysentery, ascariasis, elephantiasis, ringworm. Apart from this, there are few more diseases such as syphilis, COVID, flu, chickenpox. In your NCERT textbook, only 8 common diseases are mentioned. So let's discuss one by one. Typhoid is a bacterial disease caused by Salmonella typhi. Remember, when you are writing a organism name, the genus name and the species name should be underlined separately. This pathogen generally enters the small intestine through the food and water contaminated with them and migrate to other organs through blood. And the symptoms of this disease are fever 39 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius, weakness, stomach pain, constipation, headache, and loss of appetite are some of the symptoms. And in severe cases, intestinal perforation, that means the formation of pores in the intestine, and death may occur. This disease can be confirmed by Widal test. Widal test is a blood test used to detect antibodies against Salmonella typhi. When we read about antibodies in the next lecture, we shall study what are antibodies, antigens, and all that. For time being, just remember the Widal test is a test used to detect the antibodies against Salmonella typhi. This disease. Now we will know about Mary Malone, nicknamed Typhoid Mary. She was a cook by profession and she was a typhoid carrier who continued to spread typhoid for several years through the food she prepared. She contaminated food by failing to wash her hands after using restrooms and then handling food. The people who ate the contaminated food and water would then become infected with typhoid fever. This typhoid can be prevented by maintaining good hygiene, drinking safe water, and properly cooked food. This is all about typhoid. Next, we will learn about the another disease, that is pneumonia. This is also a bacterial disease caused by Streptococcus pneumoniae and Haemophilus influenza. These bacteria infect the alveoli of the lungs. As a result, the alveoli get filled with fluid, leading to severe problems in respiration. A healthy person acquires the infection by inhaling the droplets or aerosols which are released by an infected person, or even by sharing glasses and utensils with an infected person. The diseases can be transmitted. The symptoms of pneumonia include fever, chill, cough, and headache. In severe cases, the lips and fingernails may turn gray to bluish in color. This disease can be prevented by maintaining good hygiene, healthy lifestyle habits, and reducing environmental risks. Now we will move on to another disease, that is common cold. This disease is caused by a virus, that is rhinovirus. They infect the nose and respiratory passage but not the lungs. The common cold is characterized by nasal congestion. It is a feeling of blockage in the nasal passage, making it difficult to breathe through the nose. And nasal discharge, sore throat, hoarseness, cough, headache, and tiredness, which usually last for 3 to 7 days. This disease are transmitted through a droplets resulting from a cough or sneezes of an infected person, are either inhaled directly or transmitted through contaminated objects such as pen, books, door knocks, etc., and cause infection in healthy person. This disease can be prevented by avoiding close contact with an infected person. Malaria is a protozoan disease, is caused by plasmodium. There are different species of plasmodium causing different types of malaria. The 5 species of plasmodium are Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malariae, Plasmodium ovale, and Plasmodium knowlesi. This disease can be transmitted from the bite of an infected female Anopheles mosquito. The Plasmodium life cycle involves 2 hosts, that is, humans and female Anopheles mosquito. Let us take a glance at the life cycle of Plasmodium. The Plasmodium enters the human body as a sporozoites, that is, in an infectious form through the bite of infected female Anopheles mosquito. These enters liver cells and then attack red blood cells, resulting in the rupture of RBCs. This RBCs ruptured and releases a toxic substance called hemozoin, which is responsible for the chill and high fever. When a female Anopheles mosquito bites an infected person, these parasites enter the mosquito's body and undergo further development. The parasites multiply within them to form sporozoites that are stored in the mosquito's salivary glands. When these mosquitoes bite a human, the sporozoites are introduced into a person's body, thereby initiating the events as we have mentioned earlier. Thousands of sporocytes develop inside the oocysts of mosquito. The oocyst ruptures, releasing sporozoites which migrate to the mosquito's salivary gland. The mosquito can then transmit sporozoites to a new human host when it bites. This disease can be prevented by the use of mosquito nets, the spraying of insecticides in ditches, drainage areas, and swamps, controlling or eliminating the vectors by introducing fishes like gambusia in ponds that feed on mosquito larvae. Next disease is amoebiasis or amoebic dysentery. This is a protozoan disease which is caused by Entamoeba histolytica. The houseflies act as a mechanical carrier and to serve to transmit the parasites from feces of infected person to food and food products, thereby contaminate them. The drinking water and food contaminated by a fecal matter are the main cause of infection. The symptoms of this disease include constipation, abdominal pain and cramps, stools with excess mucus and blood clots. The preventive measures for this disease is personal hygiene, safe water and food practices, and proper sewage disposal. The next disease is Ascariasis, which is caused by Ascaris, the common roundworm. Ascaris is an intestinal parasite. The symptoms of this disease include internal bleeding, muscular pain, fever, anemia, and blockage of intestinal passages. The eggs of the parasite are excreted along with the feces of infected person, which contaminates soil, water, plant. A healthy person acquires this infection through contaminated food and water. This disease can be prevented by maintaining personal and public hygiene. Now we will move on to the next disease, that is elephantiasis or filariasis. It is caused by Wuchereria, which is an filarial worm. Wuchereria bancrofti and Wuchereria malayi cause a slowly developing chronic inflammation of the organs, which they live for many years, usually the lymphatic vessels of the lower limbs. The pathogen are transmitted to a healthy person through the bite of female mosquito vectors. The symptoms of this disease are chronic inflammation of organs, the lower limbs, that means the legs, becomes very big in size. This disease can be prevented by controlling or eliminating the vectors and their breeding places. The last common disease in humans are ringworm. Many fungi belonging to the genera Microsporum, Trichophyton, and Epidermophyton are responsible for ringworms. Ringworms are generally acquired from soil or by using towels, cloths, or even the comb of infected individual. The main symptoms of this disease are appearance of dry, scaly lesions on various parts of the body such as skin, nails, and scalp. These lesions are accompanied by intense itching. The heat and moisture help the fungi to grow and which makes them thrive in skin folds such as in between the toes. This disease can be prevented by maintaining a good hygiene and avoiding sharing personal items. Preventive measures should be taken to control a disease to some extent. This completes common diseases in humans. In the next lecture, we shall discuss about immunity. Thank you. Until next time, stay healthy and keep learning.